Jack Draper is no longer just a promising name on the ATP Tour, he's a headline act. In 2025, the young Brit has flipped the script on his career, transforming from a dangerous floater in the draw to a certified title threat every time he steps on the court. It all began back in March at Indian Wells. On the hard courts of California, Draper found a groove that few expected and none could stop. Match after match, he dismantled bigger names, moving with poise, striking with purpose, and embracing the moment. In the final, he outlasted a seasoned opponent, lifting the trophy and announcing himself to the world. That wasn't just a title, it was a breakthrough. The tennis world took notice. Suddenly, Draper wasn't the underdog. He was the contender. The guy with the heavy lefty serve and fearless baseline firepower. The kind of player who can take time away from anyone, on any surface. And he didn't stop there. Roland Garros, long considered his weakest slam, became the latest canvas for his rapid evolution. Draper arrived in Paris without the weight of expectation, but left with the respect of the entire locker room. He surged through the early rounds, taking out seeded players, grinding out five-setters, and showing that his clay court game had caught up to the rest of his arsenal. For British tennis fans used to seeing their hopes fade in week one, Draper was a revelation. Calm under pressure. Explosive when it mattered. He looked ready to go all the way. But sport, as always, writes its own story. In the fourth round, he faced Alexander Bublik. A gifted, unpredictable, and often frustrating opponent. Few gave Bublik much of a chance. But on that day, the Kazakh was inspired. Bublik played the match of his life, combining trick shots, power hitting, and unnerving patience. Draper pushed, but Bublik pulled the strings. The result stunned many. Draper was out. It was a loss, but it felt like a turning point. Because this time, Draper didn't slump. He didn't let the disappointment linger. He held his head high, waved to the crowd, and walked off knowing he had arrived at a new level in his career. And the rankings agreed. Thanks to his Indian Wells title and deep slam run, Draper catapulted to a career-high ranking of world number 4. A remarkable rise. A sign that this is no hot streak, it's a new era. He's the highest-ranked British male since Andy Murray's reign. The flag-bearer for a new generation. A player who blends modern aggression with a classic temperament. And he's doing it his way. There's a quietness to Draper. No fist-pumping theatrics. No over-the-top bravado. Just a cool intensity and an unshakable belief. His peers respect it. His fans love it. His coaches thrive on it. He's the kind of player who wins points not just with weapons, but with wisdom. Short angles. Timed aggression. A serve that clips lines like it's GPS guided. He's more than a baseliner. He's a strategist with a sledgehammer. His rise is timely, too. With Federer retired, Nadal fading, and Djokovic nearing the twilight, the sport is in search of new icons. Alcaraz, Sinner, Rune, and now, Draper. He fits that elite mold. Not just in skill, but in character. Off-court, he's composed. Thoughtful in interviews. Grounded. The kind of player young kids can look up to. The kind of man broadcasters love to back. He's also earned the respect of legends. Andy Murray called him a serious threat for slams. Tim Henman said he's the most technically complete British player in decades. Even Novak Djokovic remarked on Draper's maturity and work ethic. But Draper isn't satisfied with praise. I want more, he said after his Roland Garros run. I want to be world number one. I want to win slams. That's the goal. And you believe him. Because when he says it, there's no ego, just conviction. He's already looking ahead to Wimbledon. The home crowd, the grass, the legacy. It's a tournament built for his game, and now, built for his moment. If Indian Wells was the spark, and Roland Garros the affirmation, then Wimbledon could be the coronation. His team knows it. His country feels it. The tennis world can't stop watching. Jack Draper isn't just having a good season. He's building something far more permanent. A career that could define the next decade. A legacy in the making. And in 2025, the tennis world better take notice. Because Jack Draper is no longer coming. He's here.